What's up, family? It's your boy Jay Giddens, the father. Have you ever had somebody literally keep your children from you while you thought that they were possibly raping or molesting them? Have you ever had somebody fight tooth and nail to the point where they actually threatening your life and trying their best to keep you from seeing your children while you were thinking that they were molesting or raping them, or thinking that they were doing something sexually inappropriate with your children? I have. I want to show you guys a video, okay? For any parent out there who doesn't watch this video, shame on you. I'm just going to say shame on you, because I want to show you an interview with a predator that molests children, and he talks about how he does it, how he chooses what children he goes after. He describes that he personally preys on single mothers, and he personally preys on children who do not have their fathers in their life. And he shows up to save the day, right? There's somebody who's showing up to save the day for my daughters right now, right? Now, granted, my daughters didn't need saving. They already had, a father who has sole custody because their mother is abusive. But somebody showed up, and now that person is making sure that they don't get back with their father. And I'm seeing a lot of information that is leading to pedophiles and child molesters purposely trying to alleviate fathers from being in the picture. And I see a lot of cases where stepdaughters marry their stepfathers, and a lot of cases where stepdaughters end up having sexual relations with their stepfathers at later times in life, because this is not their biological father. So when he's sitting them on his lap and doing these things, this is not an actual biological father. This is just some man that's screwing their mother, right? But I want y'all to listen, look into something for me, okay? I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to listen very carefully, okay? I want you guys to listen very carefully to this, okay? And like I said, if you are a person who won't listen to this, the best thing I could say to you is shame on you, man. Shame on you if you got children and you won't listen to this. Shame on you. Hopefully your children don't end up, raped or molested or something because of your ignorance and not paying attention. But shame on you. Abusers. Listen to this carefully.
Spencer, Sky News in Hollywood.
Listen.
How did you get them alone?
Grooming. I would.
Now, first off, real quick, I just want y'all to see. He said, she said, how would you get them alone? He said grooming. For those who don't know what grooming is, let's give an exact example of what they're doing to my daughters, because my two eldest daughters are being groomed, right? What they do is they offer the children in exchange for doing something inappropriate or doing something that they know the child is not normally supposed to be doing or should be doing. They offer them gifts, or they offer them some form of happiness for this, right? A lot of times it's very easy for abusive parents to groom their children. So for instance, like my two eldest daughters' mother abused them growing up, right? Especially my oldest daughter. She was abused mentally, verbally, physically, every way, right? So right now, she's in dire need of feeling some kind of love from a mother, right? Which she was getting from my goddess, who was always there for her during the years that she'd been being abused, right? But her biological mother, who has no custodial rights because they were taken after investigation, but her biological mother has forcefully removed her. I have the email to prove it. I can show y'all the email. She sent me an email and said, I don't care what Journey wants, she coming with me, right? She had to do that because there's no way her daughter would have wanted to go with her. That's crazy. That's something you do when you love and care for your mother. My daughters don't feel that way. So, but she had to force them, of course. There's no other way they would go with her as if she forced them. So she forced Journey to go with her, right? And now she is allowing Journey to do all of these things that she knows are inappropriate, right? So, she used to do stuff like force my daughter to wear a dicky dress to school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, my daughter had a whole breakdown. This was when she was younger, maybe like eight years old, 8 or 9. She forced my daughter to wear a Dickie dress to school, you know. But this is all grooming, right? What they'll do is they'll abuse and punish the child so that the child feels like they don't love them and they're not nothing, right? And then once the child does something, like let's say a mother wanted her daughter to sleep with her boyfriend. She would treat the daughter like shit, call her all kind of names, disrespect her, right? But if the daughter warms up to the father and starts like for instance, my baby mother, she liked to make my daughters call men daddy. Don't ask me why. I don't know why, but this is the fourth guy so far that she's physically forced my daughters to call daddy. Like call them daddy. She wants them to say daddy to a man. So like she forces them to do this against their will and punishes them if they don't do it, right? So this guy recently, she's having them do that, and in exchange for being willing to do that and call him daddy and refer to him as daddy, she rewards them. She gives them a new iPhone, gives them fake hair and fake nails, right? Lets them stay out at night, right? Lets them do whatever they want. Don't, just reward them with what they're going to view as gifts, right? But what these really are traumas and things that are going to lead to you having a really hard adult life, because you're going to have lots of demons that you're going to have to get rid of, like her. Now let's go back. Let's go in. Let's listen to the rest of what they saying. Y'all pay attention.
Check out their family situation.
So he's saying he would check out their family.
Check out their family situation. I would check out their clothing to see how well they were, financially. I would check out their social interaction with other kids. When we were on the ballparks or on the gym floor, I would make sure which ones I wanted to molest. I would give them special attention, congratulate them, talk to them when I know that I would never be allowed to talk to anybody else, aside from everybody. I would give them the attention that an official is not supposed to give anybody, and it made them feel like, wow, he's paying me attention.
Now listen, I want y'all to seriously, my question is, if you're not really paying attention and listening to this, how much do you really love your kids? Listen to what he's saying. Y'all don't think they doing this to your kids? Y'all don't think that this might be happening to your children? You sending your children off to a strange building every day that you don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? You don't know all them people in that school. You don't know who they been around, who they hired, they got rid of, fired, switched out. You don't know none of that stuff, and you just sending your child into that building. This man is describing to you tactfully how he has a psychological advantage over the children and preys on them. And you would still send your child into that atmosphere. At very least, if you're going to do that, send them armed with knowledge of this type of thing when they go in there. So when the teacher does this, they can go, "Nah, Mr. Johnson, you ain't going to try to have sex with me." You know what I'm saying? Teach your child. But people are letting their children be ignorant and just letting their children fall victim. And it's just sad. All right, let's finish it off, y'all.
It is a direct form of grooming.
Were there certain characteristics that you looked for in children before molesting them?
In children, yes, but more I also looked at their families. If I thought the father was a threat, I would not approach the child.
Let's go back again. Did y'all just hear what the hell he said? Let's go back again.
In children, yes, but more I
Listen.
also looked at their families. If I thought the father was a threat, I would not approach the child.
Did you hear what the fuck he just said?
Father was a threat, I would not approach the child. If I thought the father was a threat, I would not approach the child. If I thought the father was a threat, I would not approach the child. So
let me ask y'all this. Y'all hear this predator, right? This predator is giving you firsthand knowledge and account on how they think and what they do, right? He's telling you, if I thought there was an active father that was going to be a problem, I would not approach the child. I'm a father of 5 girls. 2 of them are with a guy who doesn't want me around them right now and is threatening my life, has threatened my life, and has my daughters in his home. I've never done anything to this nigga. I don't know the guy, nothing. What he did was he purposely created a battle between me and him. The first time I talked to this guy, I was kind with him, everything. I was, hey man, what's up, blah, blah, blah. He purposely, bitch ass nigga, blah, 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 and started a beef with me so that he could take my daughters. You see what I'm saying? He started a beef with me so that he could have reason to not have any kind of integrity about himself with how he operated with 2 little girls. This is what these sick individuals do, right? I want you to listen to what he's saying and think about my situation. I have a 15-year-old and an 11-year-old that have a very... Listen, I'm just going to say they don't have someone around them that's going to stop them from being promiscuous or sexually active, right? So they are in this surrounding, this environment, and they also are in the home of a man who, one, has a daughter that he's not even with or around, but also wants to take daughters from another man who has sole custody of them while backing the mother who had them taken from her and threatening him that he can't see them. This is the type of guy we got going on here, y'all. If anybody wants any information, please reach out to me. I will gladly give it to you. If you're a person who does not want to see 2 little girls get molested and raped while they're being kept from their father, please reach out to me. I will give you any information that you would like. I have no problem at all with helping keep children from being raped and molested. You know what I'm saying? If you're a person who does not agree with what is taking place and you would like to help out, please reach out to me. I would love your assistance, you know. I would love your assistance. You know, I'm nothing but a father who loves his children and unfortunately believes that they're being abused by somebody who's threatening my life and won't let me interact with them. I mean, I think that sort of promotes the idea that there is abuse. Like, why would you not want children to talk to their parent unless you were abusing them? I mean, otherwise you would be like, yo, talk to your parent. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, you know, of course you don't want them to talk to them because you know that you're abusing them. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense. All right, let's listen.
If I thought that the child had friends that he would tell, I would not approach him. If I thought the child had friends that were in the same capacity he was, I would approach him.
Now listen, y'all hear what he said? Now that was very important. That was very important with this. Let me keep the camera on him. That was very important what this man just said. He just told you that if he see, listen to what he said.
If I thought that the child had friends that he would tell, I would not approach him.
He said if I thought the child had friends that he would tell, I would not approach him. Keep going.
If I thought the child had friends that were in the same capacity he was, I would approach him.
If I thought the child had friends that were in the same capacity he was, I would approach him. This is an interview with a pedophile / child molester that was a school teacher. He's telling you how he picked his targets. I mean, I don't understand how you can be a parent and find this not important. I mean, unless you want your child molested, you know, but let's keep going.
For the simple fact that if I could use him, I could lure him into believing, grooming him into believing that he would enjoy it. And therefore, I could manipulate him into having his other friends come and be molested by me as well.
You see, this is where, you know, guilty by association comes in. This is where hanging around the wrong crowd comes in, right? He just told you that he would look for children and he would go after them if they seemed like they were hanging around other children that would also be interested. Meaning, if you got a daughter and she dressed like a little slut, if you got a daughter and she dressed provocative like a little whore, or she dressed like, you know, somebody that wants sexual attention, hey Marlena, one love to you. If you got a daughter and she dressed like she wants sexual attention and she also hang around a bunch of other ignorant ass girls that dress like they want sexual attention, she gonna get his attention. Y'all hear me? See, I know this shit too hard for a lot of people. This is sad, bro. Y'all sitting here worried about how much it hurts you to listen to this and hear this conversation while little girls are being fucking raped and tricked. Because the thing is, once this sick bastard gets a hold of them and he tricks their mind into thinking that what he's doing is right, it ain't shit you gonna be able to do to save the girl. Cause she gonna argue with you that she has the right to be with him. This is what I'm saying. This is highly important, family. This is highly important. And to be honest with you, like, I'm gonna start covering this a lot more, because this is gonna point out to me who is who. Because when I saw this shit brought tears to my eyes, and I gotta do 1,000 fucking, listen, I gotta do 1,000 push-ups, y'all hear me? I gotta do 1,000 push-ups, okay? Instead of doing my push-ups, I'm doing this, because it really bothers me, bro. I can't even sleep like knowing this shit, bro. So if you see this and this don't bother you, it's concerning to me, especially if you're a man. You said children that show low confidence and seem to be easy can be manipulated. That's what he said, Marlene. Listen to him.
So perhaps a child that doesn't really have a whole lot of friends, maybe not really a strong family, things like that.
Yes, no spiritual values.
No spiritual value.
Weak in education.
Weak in education.
You know, needs help.
Needs
in
help.
many ways. Even from split parenting.
Split parenting.
You know, has a mother who may.
Now this the part. Listen. This the part I want my parents to pay attention to. This the part I want my mothers to pay attention to. This the part I want all my women who always crying about how they fucking child don't need a father. How, oh, he don't need a daddy. Okay, whatever. I want y'all to listen to this. I want y'all to listen to this and imagine him fucking your child, since you care so much. Listen to this shit. Listen to what he's saying, bro.
Who may be having.
Listen.
From split parenting. You know, has a mother who may be having problems with the family, you know, well, here comes superhero in to help out, you know, wow, well, thank you very much. No problem. You ever need me to take him away for the night so you can have a night out? No problem.
You hear what he said?
Ever need me to take him away for the night so you can have a night out? No problem. No problem. You ever need me to take him away for the night so you can have a night out? No problem.
Now how many of y'all always crying and screaming about how this child get on my damn nerve? Won't somebody come take him? Oh my God, won't you take him for the weekend? Can he come over your house? Can he come over your house? Can he come over your house? What you want somebody fuck your child? Listen to this shit. Listen to this shit. Listen to this shit, bro. Y'all send y'all kids to school every day. Y'all send y'all kids in the buildings with these niggas every day. And then fight with me. Every time I try to tell somebody that they should do virtual school and let their child school from home or do homeschool, they want to argue with me about how their child needs social skills. As if a motherfucker can't learn to read and write and speak to people outside of a fucking building that's state funded. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, but this guy would be one of the people that would want you to send your child to school, because he got a whole lot to gain from it. And all of these weak parents who don't want to raise their children and want to pay somebody else to do it, they want to send their child to somebody else because you don't have, you know what I'm saying, it ain't you to take care of your own child. This what they doing though, listen.
You take them away for the night so you can have a night out? No problem. It works.
This is the innermost part of this compound.
So look, I'm gonna leave it alone. This is a long video that I got. Look. This is a long video that I got, y'all. This video is 51 minutes long, okay? This video is 51 minutes long, and this is a video about child trafficking. It's a video about child sex, child abduction, child predators, okay? And I'm watching this video because I'm bringing together some evidence for my case, because I do believe that my two eldest daughters may be facing this. You know what I'm saying? My baby mother is with a dude who immediately wanted to jump on guard with me and threaten my life, talking about he gonna kill me and all of this stuff and keep my daughters from me. Mind you, I have sole custody. What kind of man would do that unless you try and touch these little girls? You know what I'm saying? There's no way I would meet a girl. She don't even have custody of her kids, and the father's there, and I'm like, nigga, I'll kill you, better not come over here, unless I'm trying to touch them girls. Like, I just, like, honestly, I'm a man, and I can't imagine, I could understand me wanting to fight a nigga. I could understand me saying, nigga, I blew, but I don't understand me saying, yeah, get away from the girls. You can't see the girls unless I'm trying to touch them. And I don't even know them like that. So, at the end of the day, I want any and everybody who got a problem with child molestation and child rape to get behind me and support me, because I'm going to put all the information out there. Because I definitely need any and every type of investigation that could possibly even think about happening to happen. After this custody trial, which is happening in April, it's no holds barred. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's, right now, I'm still allowing the law to take care of this shit. Y'all gotta understand. My daughters have been taken from me. I'm still allowing the law to fix their mistake. They gave me sole custody, had a judge sign off on it, and then let this chick just take him and threaten my life. So I'm still allowing the system to pop her silly ass and put her ass in jail or something and tell her silly ass, When we give a judge's order, you know, that's actually an order, silly. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're either going to have to do that, pop her and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? Bitch, we the law. Fuck, you thought you was just going to do what you want? Fuck out of here. Go to jail for contempt. Right? They either going to do that, or they going to say, sir, what do you mean you want to protect those children? Nah, we'll leave him with the mom that we already found out abused him and gave you sole custody of 4 years ago because we knew what she was doing. We're going to just give him to her, sir. And this other guy that threatened your life within months of him being around, that the children didn't even know that she's forcing to call daddy, even though the children have, he don't even got his own child. He wrote a book talking about he drug dealer, got his house raided. And that guy, we're going to leave him with them, sir, because right now you're just doing too much. I want them to say that. I want them to put that in writing because I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all the transcripts. I'm going to go to the news. I'm going to go everywhere and show them, like, look what the government is supporting. They want this, you know what I'm saying? To compare yourself to me that's some big shoes to fill. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be some, you know what I'm saying, some military brat that came from the army talking about you a good father, nigga. That don't make you a good father because you went to the military, nigga. What you do for kids? What can you teach a child? Obviously, right now, the only thing you could teach is that you don't follow the law because you breaking a custody order, which is signed by a judge. So you breaking the law, right? You don't understand the importance of a biological father, clearly, because you threatening the only biological father in the picture, right? You don't even have your own children. So you definitely don't understand the importance of your own self in your child's life. But you completely understand how much you need to be in these little girls' lives, though. You know what I'm saying? Nigga ain't fight for his child at all. But fighting for mine with the burner, you hear me? With the burner ready, blow something down fighting for mine. You know what I'm saying? That sound real shady. Somebody who won't even fight for their own child, but ready blow somebody down over kids that's not even theirs. Y'all stay tuned because listen, the face gonna be on TV news when I find out. You know what I'm saying? Once I get proof and everything, that shit gonna be plastered on walls. You know me, I'm a public figure. I don't hide shit. I ain't got nothing to hide. I go print out pictures, get them laminated, put them up all downtown, showing everything that happened with all of the paperwork and everything. It's public information. So when I find out what's going on, everybody gonna find out. Nigga, you ain't gonna be secretly running nowhere. Everybody gonna know you're a rapist. But look, man, let me go ahead and jump off here. I hope anybody who took this back. You said January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month. Wow, that's interesting. That's very interesting, ain't it? Because that's some type shit. Oh, ask me to add you on? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that, Elena.
Oh yeah, because I
You
mean,
came on with me. That's
you're
deep.
speaking 100% true. So I feel like I need to like just chime in on this because I just don't want it to feel like, hey,
Yeah.
it's just a black man or whatever that's saying this and a salty father or whatever. No, first off, absolutely 100%. I hear you all day, every day. First off, it's always the ones that are closest to us. Women, three out of five women are abused, molested, raped, or whatever by men that are close to us. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the father. It could be mom's boyfriend. For me, it was mom's boyfriend. My father never put his hands on me. But at the end of the day, yes, January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month. And fun fact, not so fucking fun, we're in Maryland. We are in Maryland, and oh hey Danielle, hey girl, miss you, love you. Uh,
I didn't even know she was
but
in here.
I didn't, and she just popped up. But so and Maryland is one of the top 10, I think it is, in the country that is prominent in human trafficking. Fun fact, also not fun fact, is that human trafficking, the folks they focus on people that children that don't have they appear to have a low confidence. They don't want to fight back too much. They can easily manipulate them, and it's usually children that are minorities
Yeah.
between the ages of like 9 and 15. And so, yeah, and my daughters know how to escape from the trunk of a car. They know exactly exactly where to punch you, kick you, stomp on you, and everything to fuck your whole world up if you try to come at them. Because I taught them that since they were 2. As, as soon as they were able to like get in there, boom. And if it doesn't have the little because a lot of the cars these days, they have the little high the there's a lever that glows in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't have that, I taught them how to bust out the tail light and exactly how to like wave, hey,
Look,
you
do
know,
you
all
mind?
that
Do
stuff.
you
You
mind
got to
me
make sure
sharing
that's
this?
good.
You're not gonna mind me sharing
Yo,
this or
no,
anything, are you? Okay,
no,
so I want to
no,
first
because
off.
I mean we're live now.
Right. Because I'm gonna share this, and I know I'm actually gonna clip this back because most people are not gonna make it through this much of the live. I'm gonna clip this back. I want to say to everybody who watching this, I give a huge shout out, and I have a lot of love for Marlena. I really do because this is a tough topic to even talk about. And the fact this is my youngest Joy, y'all. She's 9 months. This is a tough topic, and I'm a father of 5 girls, so this is a very important topic to me, like very important. And a lot of men they run from this topic, and the ones that run from this topic, I'm highly concerned and sus about. The women who run from this, I feel like they are a part of it as well, because a lot of mothers are setting their children up to do this, and we need real mothers to step up. And like she said, she taught her daughters how to get out of the trunk. That's deep. I didn't even think about that. That's deep. That means you
Yeah,
have
they
real
don't.
experience.
Yeah, no, I've
You
been
have
kidnapped a
to.
couple of times in my and they know how to like do the get the duct tape
Look,
off of them with the shoelace and all that. Like they know all these things.
did you
I'm gonna tell you right now, when my daughters go out into this world, FAFO.
right,
Don't
fucking right.
come across
All right,
my
well,
kids.
find out. Hold up.
Don't
Did you, Marlena, did you just breeze by and say I've been kidnapped a couple times? Like, don't just. Did you just? Jesus, oh
yeah
yeah, I've been kidnapped a couple times. Whoa, what?
yeah
Multiple times? You are
yeah.
a soldier. You hear me? And I know from the time I met you, I've been knowing Marlena y'all since about 2009, somewhere around there. So quite a long
10
time.
yeah.
2010, yeah, somewhere around there. And so it's been quite a while. It's been about 15 years. And since the day I met you, I would say you did definitely have a spirit that made me feel like she one of the ones, like you know what I'm saying, and you clearly have been. Love it. Oh, there's God. We love it. We love it. We love it. We love it.
Hi,
Yeah,
baby.
we do.
I love you
Hey,
too.
listen, we love
I miss
Marlene.
the
Y'all.
babies.
She done
I gotta come
supported
see them.
us. She done been there for the fam. She done sent us money to get Pampers and White. Listen, she done helped the family. You hear me? So big shout
You
out to
ain't even do
Marlena.
all that.
Supported the business, supported everything. Like, so the Jay Giddens, when you see us, you know what I'm saying? That was a person that put the springs under the shoes. That was one of them. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate what you did for this live because, like you said, you gave a perspective outside of just the angry black father. You know, a lot of people probably think that because my daughters are being kept from me right now, I'm just like
Yeah.
being spiteful. But like my daughters was being kept from me since
Yeah,
2018. I never said
I
this.
know why. I know when. I know how long. I know why. I
Hmm.
know, and that's why I was like, let me just go ahead and pipe in, show my face.
Yeah,
I know what's going on. This is not
yeah,
just an angry black man. He's not just being victimizing his baby mama because a lot of black men do that. Let's
they
just be
do.
real with it.
They do.
They do that. My baby dad does that. He's like, oh no, no, I'm not a piece of shit. I'm holding shit down over here.
Right,
Okay,
right.
so but I want to make sure that people understand, like, you're not that dude, and we are talking about real stuff that's happening here. And you
Yeah.
cannot make progress in life unless you have hard conversations. And sometimes a lot of those hard conversations is bridging that race gap so that everybody's like, okay, it's not necessarily, it can be a race thing. It could absolutely be a race thing, but it's
Right,
not always necessarily a race thing. And
right,
if it benefits you as a
right,
black man, it benefits me as a white woman.
right.
So why would we not have these conversations? And we have to
Yeah.
have these conversations 100%. My daughters, I'm going to tell you right now, you meet my kids, and you've met my youngest, but you meet
Oh
my
yeah,
my
yeah,
my kids. Yeah, when I tell you, they walk in head high. Yeah, you can't tell me
yeah.
shit.
That's amazing.
And I tell people all the time, you're not getting kidnapped, bitch. You're not getting kidnapped. You know why? Because you already look like a problem for the kidnapper. You
Right,
already
right,
look
right,
like a
right.
problem.
They don't.
They want
Yeah.
somebody that's docile, has a low self-esteem, and you gotta, and that's one of the other things. It's mothers and it's also fathers. Men, society. Let me step back for a second. Society in general say men are stronger than women, and in the upper torso, yeah. But instead of beating women down and saying, "Oh, you're weaker than men," say this is how you can actually dominate a man when he's trying to attack you. Stop telling women that they're weaker when we are sitting over here giving birth to how many kids is Danielle giving you? Four?
Or so
Four.
far.
So far, yeah, to be continued. But
You
yeah,
know
if
it.
she I know it. And she's popping human beings out of her
The black woman.
vajayjay, not to get
All
too
natural.
crazy, but she's popping human beings out of her vajayjay, and you can't get kicked in the shin. Not saying that you're the weaker
I mean, I
sex,
feel
but
you.
you know what I
I
mean?
give
Like,
y'all that.
stop putting women down. Stop putting minorities down and start telling them where their strengths are. Yeah, men might be stronger here. Tell a woman where she's stronger. Tell her
Right.
how she can actually dominate a man, how she can overpower a man. I have no idea who that is.
That's they got
It's a
the
cute.
kids. That's Danielle. The kids got her phone downstairs. She's
Oh,
standing right here. They
shit.
must got her phone. She ready to go get it.
I'm like, what the
Yeah.
hell? But yeah, so stop telling women that they can't do, they can't amount, they're weaker, they're less than, they're powerless, and all this other stuff, and start telling your daughters. And it starts with men, because as a mom, I can tell my daughters all day, every day, you are not weaker than a man. You can overpower a man, and this is how you do it. This, that, and the other. You're not a piece of shit just because he did this or he said that and this, that, and the other, whatever. Now that they're older, they're realizing that. But men, your fathers, uncles, grandfathers, brothers, cousins, you have to empower your women, and you also have to protect them from
Uh-huh.
everything foreign and domestic.
Uh-huh.
You're not just protecting them from the people on the street that you don't know. You got to protect them from your family members. And if that means you got to protect them from your brothers and your uncles and your father and your grandfather or whomever, you need to defend them. And it pisses me off that a lot of women, and I'm just speaking women in general, because human trafficking is mostly women prominent and it is minority prominent. That we are just supposed to swallow this shit.
Uh-huh.
We are told, oh, you gotta go to work now, 40 hours a week, at least 40 hours a week, sometimes 80 hours a week. And then you gotta come home and you gotta cook and you gotta clean and you gotta bathe the kids and you gotta put them to bed and you gotta do this and you gotta do that and this, that, and the other, while the man just goes and works his 40 hours and sits on his ass and he can't even actually like wash the dishes. But you're supposed to do all this stuff. And then when he gets angry, we're supposed to submit. No, fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I'm in
we went
agreement. I did.
we went down a whole rabbit hole there. But the same token is like we got to stop telling women that they're weak and start telling them where they can be strong and start telling them how they can actually dominate certain things.
Right.
So
Danielle wanted
I
to
just
share
want to
something with
say, Marlena, to you, I appreciate you for coming in this live and being supportive to him, because it is a lot of the times is, he's been, like you were saying, malicious to his baby mother because he's mad, and it's like that's not the case. And a lot of people don't see the side of personal people that's supporting him, and then they say I'm just supporting him because I'm with him, and I'm like, no, I'm supporting him because
Well,
he's a
because
good
I'm
father.
making her. They say I'm
So
making her do it.
right, or he groomed me. Like,
I'm gonna make her do it. It makes sense.
so so I just appreciate having someone else, another woman, backing him, so that it's not just seeming like he's just attacking her.
Right. Because the
so
crazy thing is. Oh, go ahead.
no, I just wanted to say to piggyback what she was just saying. First off, y'all know me. I'm gonna say whatever the hell I got to say, and there's no cut cards behind it. There's no chaser. So if I feel like you're wrong, Gerald, I'm gonna tell you you're wrong.
I
You know what I
appreciate
mean?
that. I know you will.
And I have said that, like, hey,
Yeah,
be careful how you're wording stuff because
yeah.
you
Appreciate
FAFO. But at the same token,
it.
I will say this: Danielle got her own damn mind, and she
Yes.
makes she assesses things. And my this is my experience. She assesses things, she looks at things, she observes things, and she makes her own decision on what's happening, and it has nothing to do with what Gerald is saying. And I just want to say that for the record, since we're live, that Danielle got her own damn mind. Danielle is not supporting Gerald just because he's laying the pipe. Okay,
Stop. You not
Danielle
Boosie
is. And I don't even know what kind of pipe I don't know. I'm just saying that's not where she at, and it's not that it's not all that. Then Danielle has her own opinion, her own mindset, and Danielle and I have conversations. Gerald and I have conversations, and sometimes they don't necessarily go the same way, but at the end
Right.
of the day, we're all good. It's family. It's family. But go ahead,
Yeah.
Gerald. I don't know what you're about to say. I hope your ADHD didn't kick in.
You know how I be. I mean, I'm just grateful for the fact that you came on, and I was gonna say that it means a lot because there's so many women
Let's go downstairs.
who support me silently.
Right.
Yes,
That's what I was saying.
There's actually a lot of people who support me silently.
silently.
And the thing about it is, I think that it's not helpful. I don't think they really want to help. I think they just kind of just want to know what it is. But if you want, I want to say to the people who want to help, because I'm gonna clip this back. To the people who want to help, I just want to make sure you're aware that I'm not pretending that my children are being abused. They actually are. There is documentation behind this. I have offered to send it to whoever wants it. I have showed it on live. I have posted it on my page. I have gave the custody order number. I have showed the video of when I saw them and I flipped out when everybody that was there showed it. You know what I'm saying? I've been as transparent as I can be. But for all of the people who like, well, I don't know, I need you to just know that you're okay with child abuse. Just know that you're
Okay,
okay with child
so,
abuse. You know what
so
I'm saying?
I'm gonna say two things on that, Gerald. Sometimes it's too much.
Well, let me say this before you say that.
Sometimes,
Certain
or
people. I don't mean friends. I don't mean
no,
like
no, no.
you people who know me from work. I'm talking about
But putting,
family,
yeah,
cousins,
but
brothers. Go ahead.
yeah, but people on Facebook, when you put it on Facebook and all that stuff, sometimes it's a little bit too much. And I love and support you guys. I absolutely 100%. I love you guys. I support you guys. And if there's anything that I can do, I'm there for it, 100%. Okay. And so I'm saying this, as you know, at a place of love. Sometimes it's a little bit too much.
Help me understand.
Secondly,
Help me understand what's too much, because that's very vague. What do you mean too much? It's too much to tell what the public records that are available for the details are. What's too much?
and yeah, no, it's not the public records
Okay,
because the public
so
records are
which part?
public records.
Okay, what's the part?
It's so hold on, let me get into number
All right.
two. Okay, because number two is going to be better than number one.
I just
I
want to
promise you.
know
Number two is
because
going to
I'm really curious. I hear that a lot. I hear people tell me that I do too much, but they never tell me what the too much is. They just
and
say it and then they keep going. They're like, what do
yeah,
you what do you
and I don't think that's a live conversation. That can be a private conversation.
if it has to be private for you, it can be. I will make it
Okay.
private for you. I don't care because I'm a public figure, but I will for you offer you that privacy if you're uncomfortable. So you could go ahead and move to two.
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer to
I'm
have it
not
with you
uncomfortable. There's
privately
nothing you're
first.
gonna say. Trust me, there's nothing you're gonna say. I was touched as a child. There's nothing you're gonna say that's gonna make me uncomfortable. This is for people. People need to see this. I don't hide from nothing. So
Okay.
go ahead. You
All
can say
right,
it.
so we're all right. So I
Go
mean,
ahead. Trust
so
me.
there's yes. I'm gonna trust you. I better not get no crazy ass messages afterwards.
You will never
So
in your life get that from me. I love you, Marlena. Trust me. Ain't none of that. Go ahead.
there are some things that I don't know how you got the screenshots and it's really more her what she's posting and it's just like wow this I mean and for me it's too much because like who the fuck does that? Like,
You talking about when she
and it's not
threatened me?
just, yeah, when she threatened you and the dude was threatening you and all the other stuff like that shit was all like that was a lot for me. And I was just like, you know what, I have to sign off because that was a lot for
It
me.
was a
Not
lot for you to see my life get threatened. I know that was a lot for you. I apologize. But so to the people who feel like it was a lot for them to have to see that my life is being threatened, um,
yes.
I guess that's too much for you. I would say you need to go in a room somewhere and shut the lights off. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because you need to not even watch TV. If it's too
I
much
just
to see
signed off.
somebody say, all right, then that's cool. I'm not willing.
Yeah,
See,
I
here's
just
the
had to
thing. I'm
sign
an
off.
open. Hear me out, Marlena, because I'm not just talking
Okay.
to you. There's a lot of people who feel what you feel, but they don't have it in them to say it. So I have to respond to
Okay.
all of y'all at once. So they're gonna hear this. So listen, if you feel like another person trying to show you who killed them before they die is too much, I
Hmm.
would say maybe you shouldn't even have social media. Because first of all,
Yeah.
I'm worried about how you even go outside. You know what I'm saying? Because your neighbor could get into an argument and that's gonna be too much for you because you heard it. So like that's some people are very sensitive. That level of sensitivity, I don't. That level of sensitivity gets children raped, gets people hurt. I don't have time for it. Go somewhere.
Right.
If you can find one that's valid to me, like say like you were to say, well, on this one you put this up and it had this on there, and it, help me get it. But so far we're not touching anything. So far you're saying, oh well, I don't like that you showed that these people are trying to kill you. Like, what do you want me to do? Be silent about it and then come up dead and nobody knows? This has to be evidence. I'm not gonna not mention somebody's
And
trying to
you're
kill me.
right.
Like,
It
so we
does
got to
have
do
to be
better.
evidence. Yeah, no, you're right. It does actually, 100%, it does need to be evidence. And I'm not saying that it doesn't need to be evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not so sensitive where it's like, oh, I care about you guys. This is the thing. I care about you guys. And so for me, I
Mm-hmm.
have on, off. That's it. I got
Mm-hmm.
that's the switch. It's on
Okay.
or off. And when I see things, and I can't speak for everybody else, but
Okay.
I will go into the cloudy folks. But for
Okay.
me, like I have on or off, and I'm like, ooh, I see like a sentence where, oh yeah, maybe we should do this and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, nope, I can't do it because now I want to pull up. Like that's what I want to do, and now I have to
I see
turn it
where you
off
are. Okay. Okay.
because
Enough
I'm
said.
I'm
Hey, listen,
I'm ride
let
or
me tell you
die.
something. Enough said. Now that you should not say on the live. Okay, enough said. Enough said. Let me say this, and I'm gonna leave it at that. There's a lot of people who feel like that. There's a lot of people who feel like that. And
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you, a lot of what I do is to keep shit from happening. Cause to be real with you, I don't think they really realize where shit could go if I wanted it to. But we're not gonna take it there because that's not where I'm trying to go. So yeah, but it will eventually because if the government don't take care of this, I will. But we got until April 2nd. Listen, listen. Nothing I say I'm not willing to stand on. 30, 40, I already looked up the time. Nothing I say I ain't willing to stand on, Marlena. Don't worry about it. I ain't no nah. Don't worry
10
about it.
toes
If
down.
I
Don't say nothing if you
anything
ain't
I
willing to
do,
spend
listen.
10
If
toes
it
down.
happen, I'ma go. Listen, if it happen, I'ma go live and show you. I ain't one of them. I'm making a statement. It ain't gonna be no secret. Ain't gonna be none of that. You gonna see what happened. You know what I'm saying? But we
But
ain't.
then
But that's neither here nor there. Let's wait till after April 2nd. If the government don't take care of this, I'll take care of it myself. But for now, at the end of the day, what I want is for this to be publicly. I want this to be publicly put out there because this is what I talk to my lawyer about, right? Because my lawyer do the whole. Well, I don't know if I tell my lawyer this is not about winning the case. I really could care less if I win the case. This is about exposure. This is about calling people out. This is about showing you that the state of Maryland does not care about children. I want to show you the
that goes
transcripts
into
from
number
the case.
two. And that goes into point number two. That right there. You're go ahead, keep talking though, but that goes
No,
into
no, no.
point number
I'm anxious
two.
to hear number two. Go. Go ahead.
Number two, all the anybody who is not like, ooh, I can fuck a motherfucker up right now on this shit, and I gotta cheat and exit out of this. They are just like they're being nosy. Number one, and then they are if they're silent, they're compliant.
Mm-hmm.
Silence is compliance, and it doesn't matter what part of life that is. Silence is compliance, whether it be racism, sexism, sexual assault, whatever it is, silence is fucking compliance. If you're not
Yeah, I
standing
agree.
up and speaking up against that shit,
Completely.
then you are agreeing with it. You're saying this is fucking okay. And this is what a lot of society doesn't understand right now. If you're not saying, oh, the fact that Breonna Taylor was killed and the police got charged for endangering her neighbors but not actually killing her, and you're not saying anything about it, you are agreeing with it. You're saying it's okay. You're saying it's fucking okay. And Breonna Taylor was like years ago, but you know,
No,
I'm
I
just
know what you mean.
saying, like, if you, so for example, we're gonna take men for example. I don't want to go into this men bashing, but
You
you
good,
know,
you good.
men are really good about this shit. So if you
I mean, it's
if you
facts.
catch
Go ahead.
yeah, if you catch one of your homeboys coming up behind some chick and like grabbing her punani or her booty or her, you know, tatas or whatever, and she's like, "What are you doing?" and you don't say anything about it, and you're like, you're not saying, "Hey, bro, what are you doing?" You're saying it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're saying that shit is okay, and I want that to sink in for a second because you have daughters. So if you right now, if you're out with like your sister or your cousin and somebody comes up and grabs her booty or her vajayjay or her tatas and you don't say anything, or maybe it's somebody like shit, I mean, we're not related at all. Let's go out to the club. Somebody grabs that and you don't say anything, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And you're not saying anything, you're not stepping up. You're literally giving them permission to do that,
Right.
whether it be a stranger or a friend or a family member.
Right.
And then I want you to fast forward and be like, you have daughters, Gerald. If you saw a man grab one of your daughters, the JJ or booty or Tata, you'd lose your whole damn mind.
I beat him to death. Well,
Yeah,
he had to stop me before I do it.
keep
That's the
that.
only choice he had.
And all women are asking for is men keep that same energy consistently all the way around. Either you are not going to say shit and you're going to let me handle it, or you are going to say something every time it happens, every time you see it happen.
Right.
Silence is compliance.
So
If
what was
I,
number two? What was
huh?
number two? What was number? How that tie in? What was number two?
No, that was number two. People being silent. They don't want to say anything, so
Oh, they complicit. Okay. I
yeah, they're
think.
complicit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like I said, I just want to make sure it's out there. And then another thing, you know, there's a lot of people too who just don't know. There's a lot of people who just don't know. I mean, like, there were people that I ran into who genuinely thought I still had my daughters. Like, there are people who, oh, what's up, bro? How journey? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, my baby mother took my daughters a while back and threatened me with a gun and everything. They like, what? What you mean? I'm like, what do you mean? What do I mean, bro? I'm a public figure. I talk about this shit all day. You didn't know that? No,
All
bro. How
day,
would I know?
every day.
How would you know? But when people say that, it irritates me because on this side I got people, you're doing too much. You keep talking about it. And on this side, bro, how would I know that? I didn't know. I'm like, bro, how would you not know? How do you know me and not know, bro? Like, that's insane. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people in my family who still are around these people. Now, I'm gonna just tell you personally, I think shit about to come. I think a lot of things about to come to a close. The thing is, there's a lot of people in my family who are still around them, and they don't like it. They don't like what's going on. A lot of my family don't like what's going on. They just won't say nothing because they don't want to intrude or they don't know how to act with it. But when something go off, something going to happen to where you're going to have to pick a side. And when that happens, it's going to show who feels what. And right now what I'm trying to do is help nudge people in the right direction. Like, listen, you know, because what I don't want to do is have spite towards people who don't feel a certain way. Because there's a lot of people who actually support me, but I think don't. And I say that because there's people I've come into who support me, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know you supported me. And they're like, yeah, I'm just a silent supporter, but I definitely support you. I'm like, oh, okay, well, Hi, it's nice to know. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Silence is
that's like,
compliance. Either you are not. Either you're that was point number two. Silence is compliance. Either you're supporting or you're not supporting. You're either supporting loudly
right.
or you're not supporting. You know, and I have posted on some of your things before, but like
You,
I get livid because. Go ahead.
you're not even a oh, you talking to somebody? You talking to somebody else?
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking to you.
Um,
I'm talking to you. I'm
no,
the only one
I
in
know
the
where
house.
you, I know where you're going. So yeah, I get like that too. And you know, I get it, you know, and there's a couple people, listen, there's a couple people who reached out to me and said, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't even deal with this. They told me like, bro, just call me when you ready to go get them. Like it's
Period.
listen, it's
That's where
several
I'm at.
people who told me
Call
when
me
you
when
ready to
you're
go
ready to
get them,
go get them.
I'm gonna go
We'll
with you.
go get
And I
them.
was just like, but the people who have told me that when they come with me, I already know it's not it's not gonna be no, hey, how you guys doing? They going, what's up, nigga? Like, cause the people I know, they wouldn't even be in my shoes. They would have blew him down that day. Like that day when he was out there and took, you know, they would have blew him down right there or came back. So it wouldn't even have got this far. It only got this far because I have the level head that I have, and plus I got other children. I know that, you know, this guy's a nut. I know he would probably try to kill me, not because he's tough or nothing, but because he a nut. You know what I'm saying? He's ex-military too. They don't have brains. You know what I'm saying? They come back, nothing personal, but they come back and they have to go through shit.
Nothing
So
personal.
right. Hey, I can keep one of them. But yeah, look, Marlena, once this is all over, this year though, this is the year. This is the last year. Cause we got, I'm filing contempt charges right now. So we got custody trial in April, but my lawyer, I just talked to him yesterday. We drafted the contempt file. So, you know, because they let her go from the abduction. The prosecutor didn't want to lock her up under criminal. He wanted to do it under family and was saying, you know, he want to refer it to family. But they basically created this whole excuse to not hold her accountable. So I was like, I see what they're doing. Okay, whatever. So we're gonna have to do it in family court. But this is gonna
But if
tell
but
everything.
if it had been the other way around, it would have been
They
criminal.
would have
Look,
fuck criminal. They would have ran in that. They would have ran in the house
Your
with
ass
guns
would have
drawn.
your ass would have been arrested years ago. I
They
already
would have ran.
understand this, and this is the problem with our fucking government right now. Our government, we got people that are spending 20 years in jail for having some marijuana, but meanwhile somebody's on probation for raping, literally being caught red-handed raping a bitch behind a dumpster. Okay. And women can get away with, oh no, we're not going to do criminal charges. And men, if it was the man that was doing it, you're going to get criminal charges. You're going to jail. You're going to fucking jail. A woman can sit there and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna claim that these 5 children is yours, and you're gonna pay child support on these 5 children,
Right. And you go to jail if
and
you don't pay that shit.
one of them is yours. But then when you find out that only one of those 5 is yours, you can't sue her for that fucking money. This shit makes
Nothing.
no goddamn sense.
Yep.
And she can double dip because she can go back to the actual baby daddies
Yep.
and be like, oh yeah, and then now she's getting twice. There's so much shit that is fucked up. I could go on all night about this shit.
And I love that you can. And like I said, I love your strength. I admire it. And you know, I just want my daughters. But
I
you
know
know,
you do.
I don't think about it because, you know, I really don't think about it, not because I don't love my daughters or anything, but just because I don't want to make any bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like it's several times I done thought about just, you know, just
That goes to that point number one. Eh? I could be fucking up right now, but I'm just gonna ignore it. That goes to point number one. You're trying not to think about it so you don't fuck shit up. I get it. I get it.
You know, and I do this thing where I don't really focus on it like that as much as people might think. Like people might think that I focus on it a lot. I really don't in the totality of things. I post probably 10,000 posts a month, and probably 200 of them is about this, and the other 9,800 is not. So like, and some people would argue that that means I don't care. Like, so you know, you can look at it how you want to look at it. I just put enough out there so that people don't say I didn't know, because that irritates me when people say that. I had no idea. I'd be like, oh my gosh, how did you? So, you know, that's the thing. But, and I also like to test the waters too. And then I like to test certain people. It's a lot that's going on, because there's certain people who tell her stuff, and I can only find out who did it by who looked at a certain post. So it's certain things that I do to
You're saying
also.
too much on live. You're saying too much on live.
No, no,
Remember, we're
no.
on live.
Listen, you got to understand something. Listen, Marlena, I'm 10 steps ahead of this shit. I'm saying what I'm saying on purpose. This is the thing. Don't mess it up. Anyway, so you know what I'm saying? I'm saying this so they think that's what I think. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, look, I already got it all figured. These people are not smart anyway, so it doesn't matter. They're good, and they can't help themselves. They're narcissists. They can't help themselves. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like real, this is the crazy thing. Like, no matter what, bro, my baby mother, even listen, we just had a virtual hearing, by the way. November 14th, we had a virtual hearing. Even in this virtual hearing, my baby mother is still saying she want me to have visitation every 2 weeks. She want me to see my daughters once every 2 weeks.
But she
She
won't
don't
let
even
you
want
have
me.
them.
She don't even.
But she won't let you have them.
She ain't gonna let me.
Right. Okay.
Now, look, now she done changed her story 3-4 times. She filed an affidavit under penalty of perjury stating that she didn't want them around me because I was dangerous and she thought I was gonna hurt them. She said that in 2023, right? Then she filed another one later because she couldn't get me served for that one at the time. She filed another one and changed the story and said she want me to see him, but just not that much, or because I'm broke and I don't have no money and she's scared I'm not gonna be able to take care of him. So like she switched her story up. And my thing is, like, if you want me to see him every other weekend, I don't even think I should see him that much if I'm abusing him. First of all, if you're saying that I'm beating these girls, what you think I'm gonna only beat them once every 2 weeks? I don't need to see him at all. I don't want my daughters around me if I'm abusing them. I wouldn't even want them near me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Period.
so what are you talking about? Oh, he be abusing them, so he can only see him once every 2 weeks. But so you okay with him hitting them every 2 weeks? What the hell? No, he shouldn't see him at all. That doesn't even make sense. So that's why I'm saying, like, there's so many holes in her whole story. Like, and then she even posted herself just admitting things. Like, so at this point, it's clear. It's not even, this is just a matter of, do the government want the children to be safe or do they not? And when you look into human trafficking, when you look into child trafficking, and specifically, they go after children like my daughters. My daughters actually are on the plate for that right now. Like, oh shit, the mother beat shit, we could take them. You know, they love this scenario,
That
and them girls would be
and
gone.
that's Yep,
And then,
that's exactly why I brought that shit up because
yes, I'm
like
with you.
they
Yeah.
are in a prime. This is their prime. This is for human trafficking. That's their prime. You know,
Yeah.
my youngest will be 17 in March,
Mm-hmm.
so she's almost out of it. But either way, it doesn't matter because all of my kids black. They're black and fuck you. That they give no fucks. And I'm like, perfect. That's exactly how I raised you to be.
Yeah.
And if somebody actually wants to challenge that, you already know how to get out of the trunk of the car. You already know how to beat their ass. You already know how to do all those things. Because that's
Keep the blick, keep
that.
the taser on. I see you got it on. You got, yeah, you down. Yeah.
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 Oh yeah. So we got my kids got the tasers.
Yeah.
And then they also have some switchblades. Hold on. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom.
Yes. Cut his dick off. Listen, I
My
would I would say stab that bitch right in his dick. Like, just
no,
keep
they
forcing
ain't
it.
cutting. Listen, they're not cutting the dick off. They're gonna slice arteries, main arteries. They already know what the main arteries
Oh,
are.
okay.
So for the record, since we're live all over the place, anybody who wants to try to come for my fucking kids, they know exactly where your arteries are, and you will
Mm-hmm.
bleed out in about 35 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Promise
know them
you.
bitches too. I know them
Period.
arteries too. Yeah. This one right here, boy, this the easy one to get right here. Because you already down, especially for somebody short like me, you just grab their ankle. Walk away.
Well, First
That's
off,
it.
first off, that's an Achilles, and that's going to keep them from walking. I'm talking about bleeding your
This
ass
right
out like a
here,
fucking
this is your
pig.
Achilles. This
Where are you at?
thing right here,
I
that's
can't
your
see it.
Achilles.
I can't see what you're.
You see my little toes? You know I got little feet. I don't want to show you the whole thing. My feet ugly. Look, this right here. This little backbone right here. See that
That's
big?
an Achilles. That's an Achilles.
I thought that was
Yes,
an
that's an
artery. My
Achilles.
apologies. I gotta get
No,
back
that's
into
not an
my shit.
artery. That's
Hold
an
up.
Achilles. And when you
You
cut
kill
that
people
shit,
better than me. Hold
you're
on.
not gonna. When you cut that shit, you're not gonna be able to walk. You're not gonna be
Yeah,
able
but
to
it's
walk
cool.
right at all.
That still works anyway. You know what I'm saying? You can get the rest of the job done
Yeah,
by
it
that
still
same day.
walks. Yeah. I mean, you can
You know what
cut
I'm saying?
their Achilles and then cut all the arteries,
There you go.
But they know where they are. They know where they are.
Beautiful.
So,
That's
period.
intimidating to guys. They don't like to hear that. Like even if a guy was watching you live right now, he would be looking like thinking twice about your
Mm,
kids. You heard what the guy
yeah,
said, and then he said he think twice about children that seem like they had their wits about them, children that seem
exactly.
confident in any way. So
Period.
and guess what my daughters look like, especially my oldest daughter, just
Yeah,
like that,
we gotta work
just
on
like that.
that.
That's how she
Yeah,
look.
when
That's
you
how she
get
look
her
now.
back, we're gonna work on that. When you get her back,
Yeah,
we're gonna.
but she was just listen. She was just starting to get back into herself when I got her back. I got pictures of her smiling, happy, and everything with her hair and everything, just starting to feel good. Now she back in this low confidence. Gotta have fake hair. Gotta have long nails, or she not pretty. Gotta be everything. Like if she don't have everything, like if she not like Cardi B, then she gonna have low. She gonna be depressed.
Yeah.
She gonna have low.
No,
And
when
this
you
is
get her
vulnerable
back, we're
because a
gonna work
guy will
on
get
that.
you that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
God will get
you get her
you
back,
that.
we're
Just
gonna
think,
work
just
on that.
thinking. Yeah,
And that and that's all it is. Like it's the appropriate support system. It is the appropriate support system. But look, you know,
I love
I
this
am
stuff.
glad that you welcomed me in on the live. I
Oh
appreciate
yeah,
you.
appreciate it.
I'm glad you know, like y'all heard me and
Yeah.
didn't look at me like you crazy bitch.
Hell no. I wish more of my family would care like you. Like if my family got on here like you did, this should be over in 2 days. Cause you know what I'm saying? If I had a mother, my mother could pull up on her and be like, take my fucking son, them girls, and she would do it. Cause she a woman. See, with me, she a man, I'm a man, so she could tell guys shit and then they try to kill me. Like that's how she always try to get niggas to kill me. But a woman, oh, she gonna have to fight her, and she ain't got that in her. She ain't got it in her to fight. So the only thing she could do is tell somebody else to go kill somebody, but she can't fight herself. So if my mother was to push this to happen, it could happen. But guess what my mother did? Sided with her, of course. You know what I'm saying? Sided with her. And all the people who are in power in my family have sided with her because she has, and it's because it's a lot of abuse that took place in my family that I was protecting my children from. So she's not caring about protecting my children from that. So they side with her. They like, shit, she'll let us abuse the kids. Let's work with her. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason to go through me because you can get the kids without me. So that's what it really boiled down to. It seems my mom forgot I was one of her kids. You know what I'm saying? She said I want those kids, not that one. But it is what it is. That was, listen, let me tell you, Marlena, that was one of the toughest pills to swallow. Like even bigger than like me not having my daughters and everything was knowing that I don't have a mother. Like, bro, I was like, yo, this is the woman that raised me my whole life. I called mine. Like, she's coming to court telling them I'm a drug addict. Like, she's literally trying to, when my baby mother got me jumped, when they knocked my tooth out and all that, my mother went to the club with my baby mother right after that. Like, she's with them. Like, if they killed me, my mother would probably be over that bitch celebrating with them and then come to my funeral and be like, oh, I love my son. You know what I'm saying? That's the type mother I got. And that shit crushes me to know. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm never gonna be that kind of father to my children. I know I picked a mother to be a better mother than that to the rest of my children and to my two, because you already know Journey and Justice call her mine. That's part of the reason she mad. She sent me an email saying, you, they not her mother, blah, blah, and all this other stuff. That's what led to all of this. Now, mind you, we didn't make them do that though. You know that. We didn't make
You
them
know
do
what?
that. But
I was gonna say
and I
some
know
shit,
we getting
but
into drama. Look,
fuck,
we getting
fuck,
back into,
fuck all that.
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like I'm going through some similar shit with because my oldest is not actually mine. You
Uh-huh.
know,
Oh, you on the
he's
other side.
she's she's my ex's oldest from a previous relationship,
Uh-huh.
but she's about to move back down here in a couple weeks. And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, okay, can I stay with you? This, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other." Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, "Okay, cool, no problem." She asked me if me and my boyfriend can go and pick her up. I'm like, "Sure, no problem. We got you." She told her father. He's like, now all of a sudden he's father of the fucking century. He's like, "Yeah, no, 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 no. You can stay here. Let me put your phone on my plan. This, that, and the other. Blah, 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 blah. Because God forbid this happened." I'm like, you know what? It's cool. And honestly, I don't care. And I was like, you know what? Let him jump. Let him fucking
Mm-hmm.
jump. Let him jump. Because as you know, Gerald, I did all the shit. I worked, I worked 14 hours a day. Went home, cooked dinner,
Right.
bathed that child, made sure that the homework was done, got her fed, got them in bed, all that other stuff, and
Right.
then did it again while he did nothing.
Right.
So go ahead. It's your turn, bro. Jump.
This has been a great live. I can't wait to clip this back because there was some really good parts, and I appreciate you so much, Marlena, because like you spoke up in cases where other people don't. I mean, like I said, I think that a large reason why my family don't is because my family's not that articulate either. Like a lot of my family, like my cousins and stuff. When I say articulate, I mean they gonna come on here like this. Bitch, give my cousin back his kids or I'm gonna slap the shit out you. That's what my cousin's gonna say. They don't know how to get on here and be
I
like,
think that's
it's not right for
articulate.
you.
I
Yeah,
think it's
they
articulate.
go because I got cousins that literally would just get on here like, bitch, where you? I'll pull up. Fuck, like, but I don't do that. I don't want to
That's
be like that,
articulate.
bro.
They're
And I don't
articulate.
want them. That's because you would fucking say that. But look, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want none of that. I don't. I really just want my girls and I want other people who are going through what I'm going through to feel comfortable. Cause I know there's a lot of men. I got an uncle. I'm not even gonna say his name, but I got an uncle that I know that's going through something similar to what I'm going through. His baby mother got a nigga that's talking about, yeah, I'm daddy now and doing all of this dumb stuff, trying to take his daughter and all this other stuff, and his daughter's 11, right? So it's like same situation. Where's all of these fuck guys coming from that want to take other guys' daughters? Like y'all some clowns. Like
And that's
as far as
why
I'm concerned,
that's
you're
why I felt
a
the need
pedophile.
to jump on, because I wanted to make sure that everybody was aware that you weren't pissed off because your baby mama had a new dude. That's not what's happening
She done
here.
had 20 new dudes since last year. I don't give a shit what
No,
dude
but
she
I
with.
just
Yeah,
wanted to
you're
make
right.
sure that everybody knew that that's not what was
Yeah.
happening. Now, my God, my baby daddy is pissed because I have a new dude,
Right.
and he's
Right.
like, and honestly, he wouldn't do shit if
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't for new dude. Like, okay, baby daddy's mad because new dude, and he's not really new. It'll be 3 years.
Right. Right.
Baby daddy's mad because my boyfriend bought the youngest Timberlands. He got her Butters.
Right. Right.
So now baby daddy's like,
So
oh
he
no,
mad.
that can't happen. We can't do that. Why the fuck did he? Oh, now I gotta buy something bigger and better. Like,
Bro.
but and so
He,
so we have two different spectrums here. Like,
right.
you are genuinely trying to take care of your kids. You're really genuinely trying to be there for your kids, and people are, and that's why I was like, I need to jump in and say, hey, this is not that guy that is like bitter because some other guy is in the picture. No, that is not what your situation is. My
Nah.
situation is, yeah, he's mad because some other dude is in the picture, and he was like, oh
Right.
wait, the other dude is doing more
Right.
for his kids, and he's like, oh, I can't have that.
Right.
Well, that's a you problem.
And
You should have been doing more for your
and
kids
look,
in the first place. So
Marlena, this
we're
is
talking about
why.
two different things. So I wanted to make sure that we were very clear. You are not the bitter daddy.
Right. This is why I do. This is why. Remember when you were saying I do a lot? This is why I do though, because there's a lot of people. See, the thing is, I'm very transparent. That's the thing. This is why my baby mother
That's
hates me.
cool.
To be honest with you,
Fuck her.
she don't like that
Well,
because
don't fuck her.
she will get. She will. get around people and talk all kind of shit about me and blah blah blah, and then they go to my page and be like, huh? They can see everything. They be like, what? This the guy? It look like he blah blah blah. I don't hide shit. Don't ask me questions. That's my bit. I don't do none of that. If you don't know something about me, that's your ignorance. That's
Correct.
because you refuse to learn.
Right.
I don't hide nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
but you know what you guys say?
I was gonna say, you want me to tell you
She
what the
came, she
craziest
came up here.
line is that
Hey,
I've
baby
heard from people that listen to
girl.
her. That I heard from people that listen to her is, oh, he still want her. I mean,
Yo,
You know what?
bro, we could be
No,
going out
hold
good.
on.
I
Hold,
mean, bro, we've
hold
been
on.
together for
Hold
9
on.
years. This
Let me
woman hopped from
clear
man
the
to
air real
man.
quick. Because all the years that I have known Gerald and Danielle to be together, Danielle is Gerald's queen. No
that's
one
a
can
fact.
touch her. And
And that's
literally every damn time I'm on the phone with either one of them. So for any of you little creepers out there looking for some shit, let me make sure that's clear. Every time I've been at their house, every time I'm on the phone, this, that, and the other, Danielle is Gerald's queen. His
I just don't get how they could think that
What
when
do
we've
you
been together
mean,
for 9 years. He's
queen?
been with the same person
10
for 9
years.
years.
As of April 9th, it'll be 10
Right.
years.
But
What do you
she's been with
need,
6 to
queen?
7, 8, 9,
No,
10
no, no,
different
no,
men the
no.
entire
We're
time
not gonna
I've been with him. Like,
Danielle,
how?
we're not entertaining their dumb shit. Okay,
Right,
this is
right,
what we're
right, right,
doing.
right.
We are
Right,
lifting
right.
up the actual relationship. Fuck their
Oh,
dumb
yeah.
shit. Okay,
Right, right.
Danielle is Gerald's queen. Every time I'm
Fact.
around, I'm on the phone. It doesn't matter if I'm on the phone with Gerald. It doesn't matter if I'm on the phone with Danielle. It doesn't matter what it is. Danielle is Gerald's queen, lifting up. Hey, okay, cool. How can I help, queen? What do you need me to do, queen? What is going on, queen? Good morning, queen. I love you, queen. Good night, queen. Queen. Danielle is Gerald's queen. For anybody who is fucking confused, let me make it very clear.
Because they don't get it, Marlena.
Danielle is Gerald's queen.
Right. If the 4 kids didn't give it away, you know what I'm saying? If the 4 kids didn't give it away, you know what I'm saying? If the ride or die while homeless with our family didn't give it away, you know what I'm saying?
Danielle
I don't know what's
is
going to.
Gerald's queen. So anybody who is sitting there saying anything other than that, fuck you. Fuck off.
I've never
And
even
you
been
can
with
kiss
another
my
woman.
whole white ass.
And I've never been with another woman in 10 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
Doesn't
Never been with
matter.
nobody that long.
If you're not paying attention to how he treats her, because I know Daryl for a long time. I've seen some shit. Danielle is absolutely 100% his queen.
I appreciate that. Another backup, because if I tell people that, I'm just being controlled.
Right.
No, that is his mentality.
Yeah, because
And
somehow
anybody who has
people
a
think that.
problem with that's a you problem, not a them problem. And you can fucking kick rocks, and I hope you break all your damn toes on that shit.
Bastards.
Oh,
I appreciate you. I gotta go, Marlena, because I gotta get to these damn 1,000 push-ups. I wasn't even supposed to be doing this live, man. I just was so moved. Like, I was so moved and disturbed by that video. I was like, bro, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight if I don't just get this off of my chest, bro. And then I'm thinking about my daughters. My daughters are in the house with this thing, this demon, whatever he is. I don't know. They're in a house with this fool. And like, I'm just like, oh my God, bro. Like, this is crazy.
yeah, we that is fucking crazy. And we can talk about that offline.
Okay.
But like in that more detail type of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month.
Okay.
And Maryland is like in the top 10 last time I checked. And it's always minority children between the ages of 9 and 15, I believe is what it is. So make
Wow.
sure your children are confident, aware, and know how to fuck a motherfucker up and escape shit. For those who were not
Listen,
paying
I'm
attention for the
glad you
first
told me
45
that.
minutes.
I'm glad you told me that because now I'm on it. This is awareness month. I'm on it now. Shit, fuck that. I'm a part of this now. I didn't know that. Now I'm on it.
It's
I
my
don't like
background in my meetings. I change my background
it.
in my meetings at work all the time.
Mhm.
So depending on what's happening,
Holiday and everything. Hmm.
holidays, awareness months, all that stuff.
I love
So
it.
yep.
All right, Marlene, you're a real one. I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna clip this back later. I'll tag you in the ones that got you in it. But I'm gonna clip this back, share it, and all that. Put it on YouTube, all that good stuff. Cause I plan to have almost everybody in the world know about this shit. I'm not gonna let this shit sit. Cause I want to, laminate pictures. Listen, I'm telling you, Marlene. I'm talking about to the point where if I don't get custody of my daughters and somehow they fuck this over and fuck me over, I'm going to print out and laminate pictures of their ass and put them up on walls and put everything that happened. I'll put the transcripts and print out the transcripts and all of that. Like I'll do that. I don't mind. I don't have privacy. Fuck all
Yeah.
that. And they not gonna have nothing either.
We'll talk in
But
a
I talk
separate
to you.
conversation of what you should
Yes,
do.
ma'am.
Good. Yeah. Not on this one.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just keep you in mind as a guide. I appreciate you. Love y'all. Remember to be
Love
positive, optimistic, keep
y'all.
positive
Bye,
people in your circle.
Danielle. I love
Look, she
you.
downstairs,
Oh,
but she feeling love.
damn it.
All right. She watching it though. All right, we out. Appreciate you.